All right. Good morning. Welcome to Co-Learning Launch. So, over the last 2-3 months, you would have seen that the data analysts at Co-Learning Launch have started a cricket project where we analyze the game so far, and based on stats, we try to make a fantasy team for the day. So, what is the team for today? We'll find out. Also, stay tuned because every video we also have a pro tip as to how to play fantasy leagues. Okay, so before I start, I would just like to remind you all about our communities. You will find the link in the description. There's a WhatsApp group, there's a Telegram group. You can join us there. Because what happens is sometimes after the toss, you'll have to make some decisions based on the force changes and based on how the pitch is playing or which team is batting first, which team is batting second. Because sometimes what happens is that some players perform well under pressure and some don't, and to make sure that you are up to date with all those updates, it's best to join our communities. We also discuss there. You can post your teams, so there's a lot of fun activities there too. You can join us there. All right, so let's dive straight into the team. It's a very exciting game between the top of the table team and the team at the bottom of the table. But as you'll know, in the tournament, it is never an easy game for either team, because even though one team is far, far ahead in the tournament from the other, the competition level is still pretty high. Um, Adding to that, there are some pretty big names on both sides, which makes team selection a little tricky, which is why we are here to help you out with that. All right, so going into the team, okay, so this 15. So what we do is we give you a 15, and out of that we also tell you the 11 based on the credits, etc. The 15 is notable alternatives, that people who should make it to the team on most days, but just because of credits or a couple of teeny tiny reasons don't make it to the 11 on that day. So that's the 15. So our 15 today is filled with keepers. There are four keepers out here. There's KL Rahul, who's the orange cap holder. There's Quinton de Kock, who's been in the dream team for the last four games and had and single-handedly won Mumbai the game last time. There's Ishan Kishan, who started the tournament pretty well but has tapered off a little bit since. And there's Nicholas Puran, who's shown through his cameos what he's capable of. So who do we pick out of those? Okay, so KL Rahul is a no-brainer really, because he's the orange cap holder. He's averaging very high. He's staying in. He scored a lot of 50s this tournament. So KL Rahul. Add to that, if he keeps, you also get keeping points. Then you have Quinton de Kock, uh, who had an on and off tournament to start with, but in the last four games he's really found form and he's been consistent. And one metric to go by is that whether or not the person has made the dream team, and he's made the dream team on all four occasions in the last four games. Then comes Ishan Kishan. Ishan Kishan, on the other hand, had a brilliant innings to start with. He scored a 99 on his first innings in this tournament, but then has tapered off since. And Nicholas Puram. All right, so then we go to batsmen. Oh, some really big names out here. So there's Chris Gale, there's Mayank Agarwal, Rohit Sharma, Surya Kumar Yadav, who make it to our team. It's okay. So Chris Gale showed why he's the universe boss last game. So yeah, what happens is that with Chris Gale, whenever he makes a comeback, he plays really well. So expect him to do well in the next 2-3 games, because that's the kind of pattern we have observed. So we've looked at data from the past, and we've seen that whenever he makes a comeback, he does well for a couple of games, which is why Chris Gale is a straight pick in our team. Then Rohit Sharma, Surya Kumar Yadav, two of the most consistent Mumbai batsmen. Uh, and Mumbai, which has a strong top three. So we've picked all three. If you see Quinton de Kock, Rohit Sharma, Surya Kumar Yadav, and that's also a testament to the fact that Punjab, on the other hand, has not bowled really well, especially in the first half of the innings, which is why we've picked all three of the Mumbai batsmen. Uh, Again, Mayank Agarwal, who's a contender for the orange cap, misses out here just because of credits. But there is in this setup, he misses out because of credits. But he's again a very highly recommended player. One way to get him would be to drop Pollard, get Krunal Pandya in place of Pollard as the all rounder, and then get Mayank Agarwal in his place. So that's one way to play around with it. But Mayank Agarwal misses out here in this team just because of credits, and because we feel that Chris Gale, in the form he is, and it's kind of a redemption for him. He slightly leaps ahead of Mayank Agarwal, but Mayank Agarwal again is a very highly recommended player. All right, then comes our lone all rounder here, Pollard. Pollard has been bowling this season, which is a new thing. I mean, uh, he's bowled in the past, but the last couple of years he wasn't bowling, and then he's bowling again this year, which is why he picks himself. And then there is a uh, then he's also scored a couple of 50s, a couple of match winning knocks. Uh, he's been silent the last couple of games, which means it's just the calm before the storm. It could be a big one coming. Again, if you want to play around a little bit, if you have more faith in Mayank than Pollard because Mayank bats higher, because Mayank has been consistent, one way to play around that is to get Krunal Pandya instead. Krunal Pandya, again, in the last 2, 3 games has done really well, picked a couple of wickets, and as the wickets are slowing down, his spin comes into play. He may not get an opportunity with the bat, which is why he doesn't make our 15 according to the data driven model that we have. But this is one way to play around that. All right, so who do we have as bowlers? Okay, one thing straight away you'll notice is that of the 6 bowlers we've mentioned here, 3 of them are leg spinners. So there's Morgan Ashwin, there's Rahul Chahar, there's Ravi Bishnoi. Again, Ravi Bishnoi has been excellent so far. Rahul Chahar, you would have seen last game how he was the man of the match for most people. But then what he also did was pick 2 key wickets to hamper the middle order straight away of the Kolkata team. All right. So of these, we pick all 3 leggies. It's because the game today is being played in Dubai, and the tracks have slowed down a little bit. So big ground plus slowish tracks. The last time Chennai played there, the spinners got an average turn of 2.4 degrees. So if you put all of that into perspective, it is a really good choice to pick leggies, which is why Murugan Ashwin, Rahul Chahar, Ravi Bishnoi all make our team. Again, it's a tough call to leave out Bumrah, to leave out Shami, but that's a combination of handling credits and picking the team according to the ground, etc. Apart from that, Trent Bolt makes our team. So a lot of you might think, why Trent Bolt ahead of Bumrah? The reason there is that Trent Bolt has picked a wicket every game this tournament. So every game he's played so far, he's picked 1 wicket at least. Bumrah, on the other hand, has had 2 or 3 games where he's not picked any wickets. So some may argue that because Bumrah creates the pressure, Bolt gets wickets on the other end. That apart, when we play fantasy league, what we want to do is maximize our points, and that will happen if Bolt becomes a safer pick. And add to that the zero point 0.5 credits more that Bumrah takes in. So that's the team for today. Now, please let us know in the comments what your suggestions for the team would be, and we'll try to give you statistics and data backed approach as to why that player is a good pick or is not a good pick. Sometimes what happens is that there are legacy players who do really well, who've done really well over the years, but may not make our 15 here. And there is a reason to that. There is a data backed approach that we are taking. There is no bias here. What we do is our model picks the team for us, and that's what we present to you. All right. Again, I will just like to remind you about our WhatsApp and Telegram groups. You will find the links in the description. You can join our community there. Okay, so what's the pro tip for today? So it's an interesting pro tip. So as you can see in this very slide, we've picked 3 leg spinners, and what's the reason for that? So the pro tip is always look at the ground dimension and the pitch type when you pick your team. What happens is sometimes you will have very good bowlers in your team, but then one particular type of bowler can really change the game for you. Now, uh, if you see, we've also compensated this. So leg spinners bowl in the middle overs, and you compare that with the batsmen we've picked the top 3 batsmen. So these are players who would have played a couple of overs before they play these spinners. So the matchup becomes really interesting there. uh, so yeah, that's the video for today. Please let us know what you think. You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, etc. Do like, share, comment, subscribe here also. You, if you like the video, it reaches out to more people, more people know about this. So that really helps us. Subscribe and hit the bell icon so you are notified about when our next video goes up, etc. All right, that's it. Have a fun Sunday. It's a great cricketing Sunday. Enjoy your day. Bye bye.